the outgoing year of 2019, our project has made a huge leap in its development. Let's remember the key events of the year that allowed the project to make this breakthrough. The official signing of the documents took place on February 15, 2019. The company leased a land lot on the Alabushaba site. This is the most important stage in the history of the project. The CEZ resident status means recognition and support at the governmental level, tax benefits, and special working conditions. In June, a trilateral agreement on the construction of the design and engineering department was signed between Savalmaj, the general contractor block, and Technopolis Moscow. The preparatory activities for the construction have been started on the site of the Future Innovative Center and outside it too. The hoarding was erected, the information banner was installed, and the steel works have been made. In the outgoing year, the team of Savalmaj carried out a huge amount of work on the preparation of the architectural and construction project. After the approval of which by the State Expert Review, the construction activities will start directly on the site. On December 30th, the project was submitted for the State Expert Review. Under the law, the State Expert Review is held within 45 days. During the year, the company expanded its working premises and staff, received new equipment, launched its own website in the Russian and foreign languages. All of this helped it to confirm the high standard of its work and significantly advance in the implementation of the project goal. On August 30, the laboratory received a State Expert Review certificate, which means the official recognition of the results of all subsequent tests on its territory. Let's remember the most important developments of the team of engineers which were completed in the course of 2019. An electric motor of energy efficiency class IE3 was created in the frame of IE1 motor. 6-pole size 90 machine with 750 revolutions. No one in the world has ever done this before. Motors modernized using the Slavyanka technology in the case of IE1 motor. In the course of the laboratory tests also demonstrated classes IE3 and IE4, which is an official confirmation of the efficiency and uniqueness of the Duyunov technology. In the autumn, the controller developed by Savalmaj was fine-tuned. Thanks to it, the equipment with Duyunov's motors will be able to show its top performance. In December this year, Savalmaj received a new patent for the invention of the energy-efficient inverted induction machine, confirming that this development has an absolute world novelty. In addition, the company once again demonstrated its reliability and legitimate activity, flawlessly passing the audit review in the beginning of the year. The company Solar Group became the co-founder of Savalmaj with a share of 49.5%. The long-awaited event for the project's investors took place on January 5th. ASWP High Technology has started a number of new projects using the motors modernized using the combined winding technology. South Korea ordered a batch of 10,000 electric motorcycles and scooters with DA90S and DA100S motors from Viktor Aristov's company. In Thailand, the motors with Slavyanka were tested in the University of Bangkok and received the highest rating compared to their rivals. Soon, the modernized motors will be used for equipping Thai tuk-tuks. Also in Thailand, a project was launched to convert traditional Thai boats with diesel motors into boats powered by solar panels and Duyunov's electric motors. A prototype of such boat was demonstrated to the Prime Minister of the country. In India, the development of tuk-tuks with solar panels and combined winding motors is underway. Almost all the conferences were devoted to opening the national representative offices. In less than a year, we have organized them in 7 countries: France, Côte d'Ivoire, Germany, Bulgaria, India, Hungary, and Vietnam. The dynamics of the conference is demonstrable. The very first opening of the National Representative Office in France on June 8th gathered a little more than 3 dozen people. Less than 2 months later, about 250 guests took part in a similar event in Côte d'Ivoire. And in November, about 1,000 participants arrived in India for the international conference. This event became the most large-scale in the history of the project. 2 more major conferences were held on November 16th and September 21st, 2019 in Moscow. Both of them were dedicated to the important stages in the development of the project and gathered about 500 participants each. The result of the National Representative Office strategy exceeded all expectations. It became much more convenient for the participants of Duyunov's motors from different countries to invest and get information about the project. This is due to the fact that we have launched technical support in English, German, French, Vietnamese, and Hindi. News about the project published in the back office is translated into 20 languages. Besides, we have increased the number of payment systems in the back office, thus expanded the investment opportunities. All the mentioned events and well-coordinated work of the project team helped reach new heights. The numbers tell about our achievements best of all. If we compare December 2019 against December 2018, there is a more than twofold increase in the number of sold investment packages. 26,000 against 11.5. The number of registered users in the project increased more than 1.5 times. 219,000 against 132. The number of investors increased by 2.5 times. 22,000 against 9.5. The key events that took place in 2019 demonstrate the main positive trends of the year in the project. Recognition of the power and prospects of the project at the governmental level in Russia, reflected in the status of the Special Economic Zone resident and the start of the Innovative Center construction. Rapid development of the project in the world thanks to the successful work of the national partners. Improvement of the production and motor testing methods in Sovelmash. The main goal for the next year is of course to complete the project funding. The team of Duyunov Motors sets a number of tasks, the implementation of which has already begun. Construction of the Innovative Center, opening new national representative offices, development of cooperation with the partners from India and China, and more. Thank you, dear investors and partners, for your support and trust in the project Duyunov Motors. All of these achievements are our common and would have not been achieved without you. We hope that in coming year we will continue to move forward towards our goal hand in hand. See you in the new year.